Well, hello there, folks, and a very warm welcome back to What's for Tea. And it's lovely to see you all again, and thanks for popping over just to check out this very simple and easy recipe. And when I say easy, these biscuits are as easy as it gets, but they've got such a lovely texture. I'm going to pop some almonds into these, and it's going to give you a slightly chewy, soft middle, and they just melt in your mouth. They're just wonderful. Look at the texture here. But as usual, I'm going to put the ingredients on the screen, but you'll find the ingredients in the description box underneath the video. So this is everything that I'm using here. As you can see, not many ingredients at all. We've just got some plain flour. I've got some sugar, some butter, some almonds, and then just a wee pinch of salt as well. Like I said, super simple. Let's get on with it. So in a bowl, you want to combine your plain flour with your ground almonds. Plain flour is also known as all-purpose flour, depending on where you're from. So your almonds, your flour, and then just a wee pinch of salt. And then you want to combine these thoroughly. I like to use a fork, but you can use a whisk or whatever you like. Grab yourself another really big bowl, because the majority of the mixing is going to be done in this. So pop your butter in. This is unsalted, soft or room temperature butter. To that, I'm going to add some white sugar. I am using caster sugar. If you don't have any, use ordinary white granulated sugar. I am right-handed, so I'm going to spin the bowl round. Give that a good whisk together for about 5 minutes until it all creams together, and it will go a wee bit lighter in appearance. As you can see there, the lighting in my kitchen is terrible, so I'm trying to show you in the light that it does go a lot more pale. And just scrape the sides of your bowl down, give it a wee stir together, and then we're going to add the dry ingredients, so the flour, the almonds and the salt. Pop that in, and you want to stir this together gently until it comes into a dough. And this will only take you a minute or so. In the beginning, you're going to think there's no way this is going to come into a dough, but it does. Just keep stirring it around, and eventually it'll come in to a ball. But you might need to give it a wee hand and just sort of squash it together with your hands until it forms a nice smooth dough just like this. Now I am going to weigh my dough because I want my biscuits all the same size, but you can eyeball yours if you prefer. I'm going to use a silicone mat and a baking tray. You can use greaseproof paper if you don't have one of them. So like I said, I am going to weigh my dough. So I want 20-gram balls, and that's just over a tablespoon. So once you've got your dough, you want to roll this into balls. Like I said, do this whatever size you prefer. If you want bigger biscuits, just make them bigger, but just, you know, weigh your dough and divide it accordingly. Like I said, mine's were 20 grams, and I ended up getting about 25 biscuits from my dough. But obviously I can't leave them like this, because as they spread out, they're just going to join up. So I was worried that these were going to all join in and touch in the oven. So I've taken most of these off, and I'm going to do a double batch in the oven. So make sure they've got plenty of room round about them just to be able to spread out. Then you want to flatten them down ever so slightly, just with the tines of a fork, and it'll also give you a nice pretty design on the top. So pop these into the oven for between 15 and 18 minutes. Gas mark for 180C or 350F until they're just starting to colour like this. You don't want too much colour on them because you don't want to dry them out, but you do want them to be fully cooked. And as you can see, the one at the bottom there was just about to touch, so it left just enough room. Get these onto a wire rack, and you can do your second batch in exactly the same way. Let these cool down on your oven tray for about 5 minutes before you try and lift them off and pop them onto your cooling rack, because when they are warm, they are very, very fragile and they will just fall apart. They are that delicate. But once they're, you know, completely cool, they are fine to handle and they'll go nice and crispy, but remain soft and chewy in the middle just because of those almonds. That's what gives it the lovely texture. So yeah, definitely use the almonds. So thank you so much for watching, and a huge thank you as usual to the supporters of my Patreon page and to the channel members here as well, for you all for leaving your lovely comments, and for those that share the videos as well. It's all very much appreciated. And also for those of you who have bought me a coffee using the Buy Me a Coffee link. And I will catch up with you during the week for another wee video recipe on Saturday for our food shopping and bagging, or back on Sunday for our family meals of the week. But whenever you choose to join me again, have a wonderful rest of your week and rest of your day, and I'll catch you off soon back here on What's for Tea. Take care and bye for now. Bye now.